Sinisterism is about finding the primal aspects of the left-hand path, primal in history, primal in the psyche, thus obtaining truth. Thomas Leroy.
Greetings, my friends, and welcome back to your dose of sinister heathenry. But for those new to the channel, I'm Thomas Leroy, founder of the International Left-Hand Path organization, the Sect of the Horn God. The Sect is an educational foundation created to not only make those with the black flame aware of its glow, but to also restore the shadow aspects to the ancient gods by going deep into the past, not only historically, but also psychologically. For the primordial depths of the psyche are limitless. So, if this sounds interesting, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to learn more, join the organization, the Sect of the Horn God, at the link down below. Thank you. Chaos is the order. Sounds paradoxical, doesn't it? The universe, reality itself, leans toward chaos. But until you fully understand and accept that concept, your life won't change. I'm not addressing those who have their shit together. I'm talking about the sniveling little pricks who think the universe is picking on them. Guess what? It isn't, because it doesn't give a fuck about you. How important do you think you are that all of reality would conspire to take you down? All of existence, inside and out, leans toward chaos. I'm not talking about chaos theory, not exactly, and I won't be going into chaos magic, even though I find it fascinating. What I'm referring to is chaos on a very basic level. It's chaos as the natural order of things, not only in the universe, but in the personal psyche as well. Understand that most, as they navigate their way through existence, attempt to bring order to chaos, believing that if they simply do this or that, all will be perfection, all will be perfect. If I achieve my goals, get more money, the universe will magically fall into place for me and I'll live happily ever after. No, you won't. If this were true, then why are there an endless list of people who have won the lottery but still have crappy lives? This will toward perfection can also be seen in politics as well. For example, on both political extremes, and I mean the extremes, they believe that if they elevate one group of people over another group of people, the world will be a utopia. No, it won't. Like most, I too try my best to avoid the outer chaos. But even if I succeed in doing so, I understand it's only temporary because chaos will eventually tilt in another of its many directions. Now, you may ask, what does this have to do with sinisterism and the left-hand path? It has everything to do with it, because those gods you invoke and those demons you attempt to conjure all dwell within the chaotic realm. For hell is the rule, not heaven. So, to get a better understanding, we'll delve into the three aspects of chaos, starting with From the beginning of time, mythological tales have depicted heroes or gods descending into the abyss to battle chaotic forces. These narratives reflect the psychological journey of confronting and integrating chaos to achieve a higher state of consciousness. Representing forces of the primordial, the gods of chaos embody disorder and the raw, untamed aspects of existence. They symbolize the primal, unstructured state of the universe before the emergence of order and creation. They embody the forces of entropy and destruction. Despite their association with disorder, the gods of chaos can be seen as catalysts for change and transformation. Their chaotic influence can lead to the breakdown of old structures to make way for new growth and evolution. This dual nature of chaos as both destructive and creative highlights its role in the perpetual cycle of renewal. From the mythological perspective, Tiamat, the primordial chaos dragon in Babylonian mythology, represents the chaotic forces of disorder. Her battle with the god Marduk, who slays her to create the world, is a fundamental myth illustrating the triumph of order over chaos and the necessity of understanding chaotic forces to establish creation. In Hinduism, Kali Ma is associated with chaos, destruction, and transformation. As a fierce aspect of the divine feminine, her chaotic energy is both destructive and purifying, breaking down the old to make way for the new. She symbolizes the cyclical nature of time and the inevitability of change. In Greek mythology, chaos is the primordial void from which all things originated. It is not a god, but a formless state preceding the cosmos. In the Norse pantheon, chaotic entities like Loki, the trickster god, embody chaos and mischief. His chaotic nature is essential for the cyclical process of destruction and rebirth in Norse cosmology. The chaos gods symbolize the destruction of old patterns and structures to bring about transformation and renewal. This is evident in periods of personal crisis or upheaval, where the breakdown of the familiar leads to new insights and opportunities for growth. In cultural contexts, chaos gods represent the forces that challenge and disrupt established norms. Periods of social upheaval, revolution, and change can be seen as manifestations of chaotic forces bringing down old structures to pave the way for new ones. Myths involving chaos gods often serve as cautionary tales or moral lessons about balancing order and chaos. They reflect humanity's attempt to understand and navigate the unpredictable and often uncontrollable forces that shape existence. In contemporary fantasy and fiction, chaos gods often appear as powerful antagonists or complex figures embodying the themes of disorder and transformation. Works like H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos represent chaos, cosmic chaos, with their exploration of existential dread and the limits of human understanding. As embodiments of primordial disorder and transformation, chaos gods provide an insight into the human experience of conflict, change, and the perpetual dance between order and disorder. Thus, through understanding these deities, we on the path can get a better perspective of the forces that shape both the psyche and the cosmos. For Nietzsche, chaos was not merely a state of disorder, but a vital force that played a crucial role in creativity, self-overcoming, and the evolution of the individual and society. For him, chaos represented the raw, untamed potential within individuals that fuels artistic and intellectual breakthroughs. It is the fertile ground from which new ideas and forms of expression emerge, challenging the classical notion that order is superior to chaos. Nietzsche argued that by embracing chaos, individuals can break free from societal constraints, those stagnant norms mandated by the status quo. His Übermensch, for example, represents the individual who has transcended conventional norms to create their personal values and purpose. Thus, chaos is integral to this process of self-overcoming. Nietzsche encouraged individuals to confront and embrace the chaotic aspects of their nature rather than repress them. That's what we on the left-hand path do, isn't it? This is a crucial aspect of personal transformation and the realization of the deified self. This is because by integrating chaotic impulses, the individual achieves a better understanding of who they are. Nietzsche also argued that by understanding the nature of chaos, Western civilization as a whole could create a new cultural paradigm. His critique of modernity reflects the Enlightenment's emphasis on reason and order as the sole guiding principles of human life. He believed that a purely rational approach was limiting and dehumanizing. Instead, he recognized the importance of the irrational and chaotic elements. And this brings us to the Apollonian versus the Dionysian, where we bring together the mythological and the psychological. This was brought up in a recent video where I discussed the battle between the Sky Father and the chthonic deities. The Apollonian represents order, harmony, rationality, while the Dionysian employs chaos, passion, and the primal aspects of existence. Nietzsche's philosophy encourages individuals to embrace the totality of their experiences, transforming chaos into a source of strength. I've saved the most important aspect of this topic for last because the psychological is always the most important. This is because everything is psychological. I've said this many times over the years. Everything is filtered through the psyche. Without your psychic awareness, nothing exists. You're a fucking vegetable. It's all about your perception, your personal movie. And it's up to you whether you're a background actor or the director of your film. Now, integrating chaos from the psychological perspective takes work, but when you reach that stage where you acknowledge that chaos is a natural part of existence and that complete control is unrealistic, reality will no longer seem like a nightmare, but an adventure. But wait a minute, how does one accomplish this feat, you may ask? One way is through embracing the unpredictability and impermanence of it all. Change is the only constant. Your reality will alter, it will morph, transition, and evolve. And it's important to accept the inner chaos before you attempt to come to terms with the outer. For Carl Jung, chaos wasn't just a state of disorder, but an essential part of one's journey toward self-realization and wholeness. He believed that the self represented the totality of the psyche, the conscious and unconscious. And by embracing chaos as a part of the self, individuals can achieve a deeper understanding of who they are and also reality as a whole. To Jung, chaos represented the unstructured and hidden aspects of the collective unconscious. It is the abyss from where the primordial images that influence human behavior emerge. For example, the shadow has chaotic elements that embody the darker repressed aspects. And by confronting and integrating these chaotic aspects, the individual can achieve personal growth and self-realization. This can be done through dark rituals, meditation, or even art. For Jung saw chaos as a vital part of the creative process. Understand that true creativity involves diving into the unconscious, where chaotic ideas reside, and then projecting them into consciousness. Jung's ideas about chaos also have wider implications. Societies, like individuals, must confront and integrate chaotic elements to achieve stability and growth. This perspective can be applied to the transformative potential of chaos in cultural evolution. Carl Jung saw chaos as an essential force within the human psyche. It represents the unstructured and often hidden aspects of the unconscious that play a crucial role in personal development. Simply put, understanding the chaos within will help you to deal with the chaos without. In conclusion, my friends, to succeed on this path, you have to be aware that perfection does not exist and never will. You'll never make it to heaven, nor will you ever achieve that utopian ideal. Let those on the right-hand path bow down to the gods of order, while we face the reality that existence will always eventually slide toward the chaotic, for the will of the chaos gods is all-powerful. Remember, hell is the rule, not heaven. Accepting and understanding this will help bring order to your soul. Until next time.